Our next hypothetical. This one I'm not that big of a fan of. Some Sixers fans really like this trade. I'm meh. So in this scenario, we would trade Tobias Harris and Matisse Thybulle to the Chicago Bulls for Zach LaVine and Javonte Green. How would you guys grade this trade for the Sixers?
There's that top end talent, by the way, we were just talking about. This is more the Morey deal.
I think that you could consider doing it because of Zach LaVine. I think if you think that Zach LaVine is, and from what I was told from one of my good friends that coached him, he's a high end talent, very skilled, very talented. I think if that's the case, and he's a guy that Philadelphia isn't really known to go get a guy like that in free agency. So if that's a guy that you would go get in free agency, if you could, and you got a chance to get him, I think that you got to take it.
It's interesting because it's another one of those, even though it's a big name trade, it's still another one you're like, but what are we doing after that? Because you got LaVine, Harden, and Maxey.
You're leaving some gaps.
Yeah. So again, contingent on using the mid-level, the MLE to get like a Bobby Portis at 4, because we don't have anyone to play that. Niang's not starting. So then you'd have the top end. It's kind of one of those, and Morey does this too. Let's get him and figure it out. Let's just get him on the court, and then they're all really talented. They'll figure it out. Because he did that with Chris Paul and Harden and Westbrook. Things that other people didn't necessarily think of. He did it and was like, all right, they're great players. They'll figure it out on the floor. So this would definitely be one of those, because again, if you're getting LaVine, are you saying you want to go Maxey, LaVine, and Harden 1, 2, 3, or are you going to put Maxey on the bench and then you still have to get a 3 then at that point, because you just traded Thybulle. So now you're out a 3 and a 4. You don't have either one anymore. You're not starting Korkmaz at 3, not on a championship team. So that does create, then what do? You try to trade 23 to get someone, or it's a very interesting. It's got the star aspect of it, and we take care of our 6-man position, which is important. But then 3 and 4, what do you do there? So I still like it, because I think I like going for the most talent possible. I like that aspect of it. And I assume if he did this, he has a plan for the 3 and 4 that he wants to get. I assume. So, yeah.
Do you think this would hinder Maxey's development if we were to get LaVine in and he would go to the 6-man role? Do you think it would hinder his development or no?
I don't.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
I still think he plays the same way.
He plays more free.
I think he plays the same way, and I think he can play the same amount of minutes.
Yeah. He probably still close games with the starters.
Yeah.
I mean, he play more free. He can do whatever the hell he wants as a 6-man. He can go nuts at that. No one only I'm back. No James or me thing. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a lot of Sixers fans try to put when they do the starting 5, they had LaVine playing 3 of that starting 5. And that's just like, that's too small of a. Yeah. I don't know.
Some matchups, sure, but not. Not guarding Butler. LaVine would be guarding Butler in that series, for instance.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I think Butler would just try to bully him, back him down and bully him.
Yeah, and Javonte Green, I don't really know much about Javonte Green. He's a 3. He's a small forward.
Yeah, that was small ball 4.
Okay.
But he could be utilized. Yes. I don't see him as a starter, but a reserve player.
Yeah, he played good. I mean, he played good minutes for them, but I think they also had a lot of injuries. They kind of put him in that position. But he's a 3. He can play 3 and good depth. I mean, especially for try to package other people to get someone else. I mean, we'd have to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.